Hey, this is Cheddar. The other day, Trevor Noah from The Daily Show posted a interview that he had with Mark Cuban, and Cuban was talking about the trickle up economy. Now, in order for you to understand what Cuban was referring to, you first got to understand what the trickle down economy is, which is the more typical approach. The trickle down is the government trying to jolt the economy out of a downward spiral by injecting cash from into the top of the economy, which is the big business and businesses. And the theory is that the businesses go out and spend money on investments, new machinery, hire new people, open up new offices, so on and so on. And the money trickles down to the bottom of the economy, which is the consumers in the form of jobs and paychecks and so on, which the consumers go out and return the favor by spending monies on goods and services, and the economy grows by the money multiplier effect, which is somewhere around $1 turning into the equivalent of approximately $400, give or take. That's how it's supposed to work. The only time the trickle down has been the chosen method of the government in the last several financial crises that we have had, and the only time they actually got it right was in 1934, 33, Great Depression, when they actually did trickle up. Now, the trickle up is actually the opposite of the trickle down, in which the government injects the funds into the bottom of the economy and puts the money in the hands of the consumers who go out and buy goods and services, and businesses benefit from the goods and services, and the money goes up the economy, and the economy flourishes, and the money multiplier effect drives $1 into $400, and the economy all of a sudden miraculously pops out of the funk that it was in. That's what the trickle up economy is. Now, here's why the trickle down doesn't work. When you put money in the hands of billionaires, they hoard cash. They already have cash. So what they do is you put the money in the hands of people who, for a living, are experts at hiding money from taxes. If they want to pay taxes, they'll pay taxes. If they don't want to pay taxes, there's easy ways, and they're experts at hiding the money and funneling monies into other businesses and other investments in which they don't pay any money. Just look at what Amazon has done and what Trump has done. He's paid no taxes for the last 20 years. So these guys are experts at hiding funds and hoarding cash, and that's exactly what they did last time Obama gave money to the big businesses. They hoarded cash. Instead of putting the money into the economy, they whipped it out of the economy and put it in their pockets. So that's what happens when you give guys with money, more money, billions. They put it in their pocket and figure out a way to wash the money into their pocket. On the other hand, when you give the money to the bottom of the economy, which is you put the money in the hands of consumers, for the most part, which is 80% of the economy, live check to check. Most of the millionaires live check to check as well. Most business owners do live check to check. It's only the select few, the 5%, the 1%, that actually has enough money to do whatever they choose to and whatever they want to. Most of the business owners are a month or two out from being right beside you on the soup line. So when you put money in the hands of the consumers who live check to check, they don't have money in the bank. They have negative in the bank in the form of credit card loans and payday loans and car loans and so on and so on and so on. So they don't have the ability to hide funds because they need the funds just to survive. So they'll go out and they'll spend the money on food, they'll spend the money on clothing, they'll spend the money on transportation, they'll spend the money at wherever it is, and the money trickles up the economy, and they will spend every dollar because they don't have it. They live check to check, and they've been home since March, not making any money, and who's been furloughed, which is a great way of saying fired or unemployed, but you're furloughed, so you feel better than the guy who was just flat out fired. Either way, the money goes up the economy. So that's the reason why trickle up is a better option than the trickle down. However, the government has chosen to do the trickle down at every turn because they don't trust the consumers, because they think the consumers will get lazy and not go to work, which is silly. So they don't trust the consumers. The government doesn't trust the consumers. They trust the business guys more, which is proven to be a bad choice, especially on the last one where the banks foreclosed on everybody and they got billions in loans from the government, and we're still working off that glut of foreclosures in the economy from 2008. So that is the long and short of trickle up versus trickle down. And hopefully this was a little bit informative to you. Leave me some comments. This is Cheddar.